Greetings, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon from wherever you are. And I am Lepala Tabanta Tabile from the School of General Secondary School in Limpopo, the Capricorn District. So I am here with a very special guest, and I've already introduced myself, and I'm going to ask him. And I know that it is very, it may be very tiring as an important person when people ask you what to do and you have to explain it constantly. But I'm going to ask you to do that again and explain who you are, what you do, who you represent, and all of that.
Great stuff, my brother. Touch my blood. Let's start there first because I must spread the energy. I must share the energy, and I must share the luck and you know that brotherhood. So
Mm,
my name is Bitumelo Tevin Manganya, also known as Gaddafi the Poet, an
yeah.
ambassador for Golekane. And yeah, I'm your mentor, I'm your brother.
Yeah. Uh, a lot of you might be wondering, what does he mean he's my mentor? What does he mean he's my brother? Well, he speaks of Golekane, and as written on our t-shirts right here, Golekane is a program that is aimed at uplifting young boys, at teaching young boys valuable skills that they need to know for life. So, could you please explain Golekane a bit?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Golekane is a departmental campaign for men by men. And when I say for men by men, you can understand that the president has declared gender-based violence and femicide a pandemic in our country.
Yes.
And for us to can be able to end or win against this scourge of gender-based violence and femicide, we need to come all out. I mean, come all guns blazing. And what does that mean? Come in all angles. And the
Yeah.
angle that we are, or rather that we chose to take, it is to say that we need to mentor young men for them to understand that, how they behave and also they need to change their mindsets when it comes to how they love, protect, and understand women. Because why is that specifically? Because when you wake up each and every day, you read the newspaper, you watch the news, you listen to the news. It's always men committing gender-based violence. And we're not saying that women are not committing this
Yeah. Yeah.
these things. They are, but in most cases, the root of this, it's always gens, gens, um, and I'm sure some of them you know about them. You've
Yes,
seen
I
them
do.
trending on social media and
Mm.
all that. And what now we are saying is that as men, let's call each other out. Let's mentor each other. Let's walk this journey together. Let's hold hands and fight this pandemic because it is the behaviors. It is us who commit this gender-based violence and femicide cases.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. And also, from that, I have a few intriguing questions.
Okay.
So you have explained what Holokane is, what it aims to do. So could you please also infer on how the positive consequences or the positive possibilities that could arise after the Holokane program to the individuals who are part of the program, and also using yourself as an example, could you explain what a real man is?
Look, that's a beautiful question, but I'm gonna start it here. Obviously, before I started, or before I became the ambassador for gender-based violence and femicide, I've always been. I'm a writer myself, so
Yeah.
I've always been telling stories about gender-based violence and femicide, simply because I did not. I mentioned on Friday that I did not read about gender-based violence. It's something that I
Yeah.
experienced, and with that experience, I had to decide what kind of a man I wanted to become,
Mm.
right? But with the positive, I wanna now answer the question that you're asking. The positive impact now comes wherein, remember, you cannot measure how one has changed, but it is the behaviors, it is those feedbacks that you guys were giving today to say, look, Holekani camp, remember camp, the camp, it's one of the pillars for Holekan. So we've
Yeah.
got four pillars. We've got
Mm.
change behavioral dialogues, wherein we have with the communities in the communities, and we've got father and son camps, which is part of the mentorship camp, right?
Oh.
So mentorship camp, you as the boys, we are hoping and believing that when you leave the camp, when you go back to your communities, when you go back to your family, when you go back to your school, you now understand what what a real man is. I'm gonna also come to your second question of what I think a real man is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying by the time you leave this space, you need to be able to understand that how you need to carry yourself, how you need to behave, not only around women, but as a gentleman, as a man yourself, because mostly you might end up focusing on gender-based violence, but yet we forget that you are a wholesome human being, you are a wholesome man. So you also need to tap into those vibes. But
Yeah.
now, to try and answer your question of a real man is a disciplined man, a man who
Mm.
understands himself, because we've got too many narratives of what a real man is.
Yeah.
But a real man is one that understands who he is, understands his purpose, understands um, where he needs to be
Mm.
in terms of his life goals, and also a real man is the man that loves, that protects,
Protect.
you know,
Yeah.
and
That leads.
you understand that leads.
Yeah.
So hence I said the camp itself, by the time you leave here, you will have your own narrative of what a real man is. But
Mm.
that is molded and guided by all those people that were mentoring you throughout the 3 days. Whether it's people from, here who you guys were doing the activities with,
Yeah.
and whether it's Ikamva, whether it's Teddy Bear, whether it's
Mm.
Golekane ambassadors, all that information, all those engagements that we're having, whether it's commissions where you were sharing, whether it's those deep thought, conversations you had on Friday night,
Mhm.
all of those things, they
Mm.
now come to play, and then now they shape you to say, this is what a real man is.
Mm.
Yes, and then you create that narrative of what a real man is. But
Mm.
above all, the intention for you guys, remember you asked Tori the positive outcome, right,
Yeah.
and the effect, right, for you as the attendees.
Mhm.
When you go home, you need to become change agents. By change agents, we are saying, I'm sure you heard the DG. She said, do not go and create structures. No,
Mm.
we're not saying go and create structures. Everybody of you have got their own structure. No, no. We're saying become a change agent. Be the one. Be the voice. Be able to, spread the word ya Golekane. And whether it's be in your circles, whether it's friends, whether it's family, everywhere you go, you understand that you carry a mandate. What is your mandate? Is to make sure that I teach people about gender-based violence. I'm a custodian and of sharing this information with the society, with the community, with my family, with my friends, with my school. So
Mm.
that is the most important, because remember, for us to uh, I'm sure you know. Do you know how to eat an elephant? You
No.
don't know how to eat an
Never
elephant.
eat one. Yeah.
I know. It's figurative though.
Yeah.
It is just to say that we cannot just wake up and then everything has changed.
Oh yeah.
So with it's piece by piece, step by step, one step at a time. So when you are inspired, when you are mentored, when you are informed, when you are empowered, when you go back to your communities and you do the same, then eventually the society will change, and you are gonna one day stand up and say, I was part of the change.
Mm.
I created that change.
Mm.
That's what being a real man is. That's what being a leader is. That's what being a change agent is. That's what. Remember, right now you're an ambassador of Golekane,
Yes, I
same
am.
as I am,
Mm.
right? Yes. So I think I've managed to answer your two questions, but you can add. I'm here.
Yeah, I want to summarize a bit.
Okay.
So, from what I've heard from you, you said the qualities of a real man, they are different according to each individual, but they are built on the same principles
Yes.
and the correct principles.
Uh-huh.
So, as we wrap up, before I say what I want to say, I want to say thank you, Gaddafi.
Much
I'm
appreciated.
really inspired by your words, and I hope you listeners are also inspired by what he's saying, and you also take it to heart. Even though you were not part of this camp or you are never going to be part of it, you you will
They are
acknowledge
part
that.
of it now.
Yeah.
Through this. I mean, when we give them, when you guys share your experience,
Yeah.
they become part of the experience.
Mm.
Now they are part of us. Now they are with
Yeah.
us. So to this extent, I just wanted you to say, don't Oscar Tima, really nice.
Yeah, the thing is, get some like
Sure.
yeah. So you can also be a change agent. Just start small. You eat piece by piece. But you heard what he said. So from now on, take it upon yourself in your community. Become a change agent. Do anything that is positive. That is what I learned today. And also, a real man. I am a man. I'm ready to lead, to love,
to
to
protect.
protect. That is the values that you should build yourself on.
You're no longer a boy.
Yeah, I'm
You're
a
a man.
man. Golekane, stop.
Stop.
Golekane, it is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the campaign that we're endorsing. That is the campaign that we are supporting, and you should also take it upon yourself to support that. I thank you, Gaddafi. You
Much
conclude.
appreciated, man.
Yeah,
We say, Golekane, it's enough. Kwane.
yeah.
Golekane,
It's enough. Kwanele.
Golekane,
Golekane, it's enough.
Kwanele.
Kwanele.
I'm a man.
I'm
I'm
ready
ready
to
to
lead,
lead,
to love, and protect.
Thank God.
Thank you.